Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and this is a replay by a subscriber. His name is Soladagian. You can see it there in the left hand side of the screen. Um, just above, just here. I'm taking a stab at how you say your name. I actually, I know you have your own YouTube channel, and I looked through about 8 or 9 of your videos just trying to see how you say your name. And I watched the first 30 seconds of all those videos, and you didn't say your name once, so I have to try and just take a stab at it. So I'm sorry if that's wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please, I don't want to have to I don't want to say your name wrong again. If that makes sense. So yeah, um, right. So Dargan here is in the Panzer 3J. Now, um, I have watched this replay before because usually I would just do my first recording. My first reaction would be the video that I put up. But I kind of made a mistake with the first recording, and then the second recording I went completely off topic, started talking about some bullshit that didn't matter at all. So yeah, this is the third attempt, and I've got a kind of an idea what I want to do in this video. So yeah, or this version. So yeah, started off with spotting the T80, putting a couple shots into him, and well, because he spotted him, the VK3000 1-inch in the background killed him. So VK3000 1-inch is probably one of the best tanks at this kind of tier to have as backup because it's an accurate, fast-firing, high-penetration gun on tier 5 heavy tank, which isn't the slowest heavy tank in the world. It's actually decent in terms of speed. And oh yeah, he noticed immediately as soon as he seen spotted Matilda, and he just went, "Oh shit!" Immediately turned around, got pen cover because if a Matilda starts shooting at you, I believe he's probably reloading the premium round here because, well, you need premium rounds if you're fighting a Matilda. Matilda versus this gun, and this is something I'm going to talk about later. 67 pen versus Matilda, that's not happening. I think the Matilda has a minimum 70 side armor and 75 front armor, so yeah, you need premium rounds to through the Matilda. It's got so much armor. So yeah, right, so there's still the tier 6 Swedish medium to or Swedish. Why do we keep saying that? I've said that about 4 times now. Tier 6 Swedish tank destroyer to deal with. So he's being a bit cautious because well, he's a one shot because tier 4s have very little health. I mean, this thing only has 10 HP more than the Lux. So and the Lux is the light tank. So yeah. Um, the IKV is just kind of hanging out there. He doesn't really want to close the distance, which makes sense. He's a tank destroyer. If he closes the distance and fucks it up, then you will get killed by him. He can't respond fast enough. As far as I remember, the traverse speed on that tank is pretty terrible. The IKV. So he's going to take a couple pot shots here at the T-34-85 at extreme range. Bit of a sketchy move here because well, it's 67 pen and he's shooting 550-meter range. I don't know how fast his penetration drops up. I'm guessing it probably has like 20 pen by the time he gets there, because it just has such a low amount of pen to begin with. So no harm in trying it. You never know. You might have tracked him and gotten some assistance damage or something. So right, so there's the Swedish TD again, and there's the birch gun. The birch gun gets spotted. He looks away from it, and the IKV is making its move. It's closing the distance. Now, what this IKV should have done was stop. Like when Slogan went into sniper mode there, if the IKV had stopped there and then, that wouldn't have happened. Whatever that was, he kind of rushed towards him and then just got killed by all of his teammates in the background. I'm not entirely sure what his plan there was, but okay. Um, I'm honestly like trying to think of like what the idea of of what he did there was, and I can't think of anything. He just kind of rushed towards him and fired his gun when he was outside of his aiming. When he was outside of his like gun traverse limit, and he was just like, I don't know what that was. So yeah, right. So he's now going to go after the birch gun because the birch gun's the more immediate threat. So birch gun, luckily enough, no armor, no health, so pretty easy, fast artillery to kill. Although he does kind of fall back a bit whenever the birch gun is aiming at him, and I'm actually not sure what the birch gun's reload is. I don't know, but assuming, well, it comes before the FE304, and I think everything prior to the FE304 has a ridiculous rate of fire in the UK line. So yeah, I guess it was a good move to try and hide behind that rock and hope the birch gun missed. So he spotted an M44 earlier, and he's now going to focus his attention on that because, well, it makes sense to because he's right there, and you're going to get some you'll be able to farm some damage off of it. It has 120 health left, so another 2 shots roughly to be able to kill it off. This is a tier 6 he's killing, by the way, so pretty decent amount of XP he's definitely going to get for this. So let's see, and there's a full HP tier 6 artillery, which had 280 health, I think. So an artillery at tier 6 nearly has as much health as a tier 4 light tank. So that just gives you an idea of just how little health tier 4s have. It's unreal. So yeah, as far as I remember, there's a pretty big like lull in the action. Oh, actually, no, wait. T-3045 is behind them. Did he not notice? Oh no, he notices after that shot. I thought he was outside. I thought he was outside of his range there. Yeah, he did look back there. I forgot to actually click the button again. So the T-3045 like surprised him there a bit. I would guess this guy wouldn't have expected T-3045 to be there. I would have thought the T-3045 would have been trying to like kill T-14 off in order to be able to kill the rest of his team off in the north, or not north, the west. Yeah, the west. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. It actually caught me off guard the first time I watched this replay as well. So yeah, that was a surprise to me. So there's a little bit of a lull here, like, because he spots the KV2 and he's not able to do anything versus the KV2 because the KV2, and this is the main point that I want to make. The KV2 has minimum 70 armor on the tank. What is a 67 pin gun going to do versus a 70 armor minimum tank? And the worst thing about that there is, well, like the only thing you can really do is spot him. That is realistically the only thing you can really do. So if you think about it, like, what can a tier 4 gun like this do versus something that has minimum 70 armor? And the worst thing is, the KV1, a tier lower, technically has better armor than the KV2. Because, well, it has a better turret, and, well, the exact same hull. So what is one of these supposed to do versus a KV1? Like, this gun should have minimum, like, 85 pin. Just to be able to, like, compete with higher tier vehicles. Like, because right now, this gun is pretty much worthless versus tier 5s and 6s with any kind of armor. So it's really bizarre that it's been in the game for about 4 or 5 years with a 67 pin gun as its top gun. I mean, just look at the Matilda as an example. The Matilda has a 120 pin gun as its top gun. This thing gets 67. Like, sure, this thing's quick and it's got half decent armor, but it's flat and it's not gonna bounce most things it's firing at. And especially when you have guns like Matildas in the game, which don't really give a shit. So yeah, he's going to move towards the T-3045 here, which makes sense. There's only 2 minutes of the game left, and no real harm in going for it to see get a little bit extra damage. And T-3045 appears, and unfortunately, T-3045 gets the shot off and is able to kill him. So that was a pretty well played game. He rushed the middle early on using his speed, which is a pretty good tactic, honestly, because that's the great thing about mediums and speed in this game in general. The way I always think of it is armor doesn't scale up versus tier. So if you're in a tier 6 heavy versus a tier 8 heavy, your armor means nothing versus a tier 8 heavy. Like, I mean, even the OI's armor means nothing to a tier 8 heavy. Tier 8 heavies just go, huh, you have armor? No, you don't. That's basically what tier 8 heavies do versus tier 6s. Speed, though, speed maintains its relevance. It doesn't lose relevance as time goes as tier changes. So if you're in a Cromwell in a tier 6 game, sure, you're going to be unbelievably powerful. If you're a Cromwell in a tier 8 game, you still have a massive amount of power in the game. You can be a scout. You can rush like isolated heavy tanks and just kill them no matter what tier they are. You can go and kill them with ease. Like, the only exceptions out there maybe like the not T-34, maybe the things like the KV4, KV5. Those are probably the only exceptions really to that rule. So yeah, like, speed scales up so well. This, like, the only thing that really holds this thing back is the lack of pain on its main gun. Sorry if that seemed like a wee bit of a weird cut. The reason I did that there was because I started rambling about crap for another 4 minutes after that there. So there was 13 minutes before I even got to the post-battle results screens. So now that I mentioned them, let's go on to them. I'll just want to say one more wee thing after that, before that. Yeah, I had like a 4 minute ramble just about totally random crap that had no kind of relevance. So that seemed like the best place to try and cut it. So I cut it at that point. So yeah, sorry if that seemed like a wee bit of a weird cut. So right, so let's go on to the results. So this was worth an ace tanker, which makes a lot of sense. 1,000 base XP, which is pretty damn good for a tier 4. I mean, a tier 4 getting 1,000 base XP is a pretty rare occurrence unless you're in a Panzer B2. Like, personally, I think the last time I really got a massive amount of XP in a tier 4 was really the SU-85B, back when that thing had like a 400 meter view range, and that was back before I understood what view range did, and yeah, and how broken the SU-85B was at the time. Like, when it had 400 meter view range, and if you put binoculars on it, it could get up to 500 meters effective view range. But like, it could spot to basically, it could spot light tanks at the spotting cap. A ridiculous amount of view range. It was so broken. So yeah, it came top of the team easily. 965 damage in a tier 4. Yeah, you're going to be top of the team. Basically tripled pretty much his health points, just a little bit below it, like about 100 damage off, tripling his health, which is really damn nicely done. I mean, tripling your health in any tier is really, really nicely done. And the thing is, if you take into account the damage assistance, he got over 1,000 damage assistance as well. So add those both together, he basically uh, did and assisted in over 2,000 damage. So that's a really significant kind of contribution to a game for a tank with which was a tier 4 in a tier 6 game. I mean, yeah, like that is just genuinely a really nicely played game. And yeah, and by the way, the reason why I can tell a couple of premium rounds were fired there. If you take a wee glance at the ammo costs, well, 10,000 credits for ammo costs. That's yeah, that's kind of like a signal that a couple of premium rounds were fired. So yeah, but yeah, I like the thing is you can't get mad at somebody for firing a couple of premium rounds in the Panzer 3. The Panzer 3 has so little pen that you really need to. It sucks. I don't really know why Wargame would choose to balance a game like that, but that's unfortunately the way they decided to do it. So yeah. Right. So yeah, that was a really nicely played game. Thanks for the replay. That was really nice to watch. The one thing, the one thing I need to work on myself is I need to work on, well, making sure I don't mess up the original recording, because I feel like my original recording was done pretty well. I started rambling about random crap, well, as I usually do. Which is the most of the time I cut it down. Like in my latest flat out video, I cut out like 9 minutes of me just rambling. I could have done like 3 races in that time. Like it was just 9 minutes of me rambling about random crap. I was just like, oh, I was just listening to myself talking, just being like, could you get back to the point of what the fuck you're doing? And yeah, um, I've started being a bit more strict in terms of like the way I edit my videos, because I've just trying to cut out as much of a rambling as I can. So yeah, right. So as I said, thanks for the replay. I hope to get some more in the future, and well, yeah. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.